Hello there, my name is Valerie White Williams and I'm a voice teacher and a vocal coach for Vocal Splendor Studios. Today I'm doing another reaction video, and this time I'm back to reacting to Amira Willighagen and her Christmas concert song, I'll Walk with God. Let's have a listen.
I'll walk with God from this day on. His helping hand I'll lean upon. This is my prayer, my humble plea. May the Lord with me.
I'm going to stop just a minute. I just want to point out that the words that he's singing are very difficult to sing well. Like the word prayer. And of course, this is like prayer. So prayer. So you really have to modify a lot of vowels to make it sound pretty. And so you can hear it. It's not as easy. Sometimes English is so much harder than Italian. Well, most of the time it is. English is hard.
There is no death, though eyes grow dim. There is no fear when I'm near to Him. I'll lean on Him forever, and He'll forsake me never.
Yes, she had to really open up. Yeah, so it's women. This is the difference between men and women. Men tend to bring up this more narrow resonance to get into their head voice. Women have to open up to get that feeling in the voice. It's interesting to see her now coming into her teenage years. There's so much voice that's going to develop into the next 10 years for her, but so far so good. Just, this is a beautiful, I'm not familiar with this particular one, but it's lovely.
He will not fail me as long as my faith is strong.
Pause just a second. Yes, now she's rolling full in. And I know there's been discussion of whether she might be a mezzo. I think she's a lyric soprano right now. And again, she's just so young to know where she'll evolve to. We won't really know when she's into a mid to late 20s, but I hear a nice lyric soprano right now. Interesting. That was really interesting to see. And I could tell, that she has a lot of maturity, because at the very last note, she was cute it. Ah! Yeah, let me see what note that is on my piano. No, I don't have perfect pitch. B flat. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I'm really happy to see that she is continuing to study with a teacher, because I know she has a great career doing what we call the pop opera, but I think she still would like to sing more opera, and I hope she can, because hopefully she's going to go to a college and she can experience being in an opera production. I think she would do really well. I think she would be great Susanna, things like that as she matures into Mozart e Figaro, Marriage of Figaro, right. Yes, and the thing about this particular song is that English can just be hard to sing, because what we see on the page doesn't really what we have to do with our mouth. For example, God, even I work with students all the time, and the word God is in, of course, a lot of songs. And the thing about God is G-O-D, but it's not an O. So I have a lot of singers that will sing the word God, and they kind of want to make an O with their mouth because they see that big O, but it's not an O vowel. It's an A vowel. It's an A vowel. And English is filled with those things. The word prayer, like I said, if you're going to hold prayer, there's lots of things that can really muddy up a beautiful song like this. And their voices are very different. I mean, he looked like, I don't know how old he was, but he obviously was adult male, 25 to 35, something like that, I'm guessing. And she's a young girl. She held her own with that. And he had that tenor sound. Again, you can see that, like I said, the more opening on the high note. And then with the men, the E vowel tends to help them get into that head voice for them. And so it's a little bit different, because it's because of testosterone, that's why. Because the voice functions in different ways for men and women, but tiny bit, not mostly, like 99% it's the same, but just different voices. And of course, there's voices that are outside the box, because there are men that have a range of a alto, and then there's women that have the range of tenors, and I've had them in my studio. But let's go back to Angelina and this other young man, I'm assuming. Lovely performance. And what I love about her is that she is usually fairly present when she sings. And duets are hard and more challenging because there's a lot of listening. To sing a duet well, you really have to tune into your duet partner. It's not like you're just going to press a button and sing. There's a lot going on with everything, so there's a lot of maturity. Learn to listen, focus on what you're singing, but also tuning in with your duet partner or group people. And then, of course, performing. There's a lot going on in those situations. And it was very, very lovely. And I could tell that this song means a lot to her when she talks about, I talk to God every day. You can sense that in her beautiful presence and her just gift to humanity and all her foundations. That is such a lovely person to create so much healing in the world. And so, yeah, it's fun to have discovered her. So thank you so much for all the people that encouraged me to react to young Amira, because I just had a bad taste in my mouth when, the Simon Cowell franchise is choosing singers to sing all these opera arias, because a lot of it is not very appropriate and not all of them are going to be standing the test of time. I think Amira is, and I'm really excited to see where she will train later, and if she will go to a college where she can actually jump into some real opera, because I do really love her opera music. It's lovely and it's very accessible, I'll say. But opera is really fun, just have to say it. It's kind of like skiing. You have to learn to ski and it takes some time to learn how to do it. Same thing with opera. It's not for beginners. You have to train into it. And then it's very interactive, because real opera, people are on the stage and they're moving around and you're playing characters, and it's intense. It's very an intense art form, but it's really fun. All right, so if you love Mira as much as I do, make sure you subscribe and click on the bell, and please let me know what other reactions I should do. I know there's a whole bunch from her TV show years and then as she was doing concerts, but please let me know. I've done quite a few, so just leave it in the comments below. And also I want to let you know that I have 2 free passion projects on Facebook. The first one is called Creative Soul Alignment, and that's for people that are interested in creativity and spirituality, because here's the deal: when we are creating, we are expressing our divinity. And once we all come together and realize how to create, which is visualize, first step, and we come together, we can create a world without creepy, unelected overlords telling us what to do. So once we come together on that, this is going to change. So I want you to keep that in mind. And the other group is called YouTube Success Strategies, and that's where I'm helping people succeed on YouTube. All right, take care, you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.